Man, not often enough. I'm a new guy, so I used to go every Wednesday before I had kids and just buy whatever was new. It's
Every
rare.
Wednesday? Is that like I've never really dug for comic books, but
Yeah.
is that like, is Wednesday like new comic book day?
Oh, for sure. New comic book.
Okay, cool.
Out.
You have to forget. I've only been digging for records, man. I've never really dug for comic books. Only have a couple. I do got one of Durley's records queued up. I'm gonna drop a needle on it.
Let's drop it.
Maybe people know what it is.
Any guesses? Check.
All the richest I possess, every day they just less. I'm so low.
Ooh.
Yeah, so that was one of the ones that Durley brought to me, and I was like, dude, that is really ill. So we laced it up, man. And it's kind of cool that you picked that beat. Like I said, just him being a massive fan too.
Yeah,
but
fun.
What
I expect people to like that one so much. That's our most streamed song right now.
Yeah, I saw. Oh shit.
Oh damn.
Am I still with you?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, actually, I was looking at that right before this, and yeah, I never really know how that's gonna go. You know what people will like, but I guess I can see like why people like that song, but I didn't expect people to like that one the most. Considering we didn't like put out a single, you know, or anything like that.
Yeah, it's like pure, like which one I mean, I guess we led with that as far as the Instagram song, but...
Yeah.
What you have played that beat out though before, right? Or just on your stream?
Yeah, I've played a preliminary version of that beat. I guess the first time that I made a bounce of that idea was maybe like three or 4 months ago. And so there's a version that I played, like an instrumental version that I played out loud a couple times.
You played
what up?
Did you play it at the Mish?
I did, yeah. I can't remember if I played it the night that you were there though, but I did play it.
I was in the crowd.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was what was it like being in the crowd for the show and everything?
It was dope, man. It was really like I didn't like, you know, we talked about like I didn't like the way the performance came off my set. So I was like, let me just get in and see like what's the vibe, because I feel like I didn't judge the vibe right as a performer. And
really?
I was like, oh, I get it. And just the lights, man. Like I was like, oh man, like this is amazing.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really realize that. I noticed you had some of that criticism for yourself, but I guess I was so caught up in the moment, man. I didn't even really realize it. I was like kind of yelling and rapping the whole time with you and shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, appreciate you coming out, man. That was really fun. I had a really great time, and it's always cool to do stuff like that, and especially to have someone like you involved again, bro. I really, really appreciate it. And I had a lot of kids come up to me afterwards and say thank you as well. And just thought I'd pass that along, man.
Dope, man. Yes. I was maybe just being self-conscious, but I was like, but then
I think you are a little bit, man.
But it was just, it was all erased. I was like, oh man, this is great. Like whether, you know, like Brother Ali, who's on our album, shout out to Brother Ali.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Ali.
He's like, the thing about you is like, to me, is like you could kill a show or you could bomb and you would never tell. Like I'm good at like shaking it off. Like, all right, well that's done. And so I took it off. I was like, all right, time to go get a shot and some beer and like watch the set.
Right, yeah.
And it was
it's weird, like sometimes when you get off stage and like me personally, I just feel like you don't kill it. And then like maybe like 30, 45 minutes, you see a video clip or something, all the lights are going. You're like, okay, that's really not as, it's kind of dope. That's not, you know, not as bad. I'm being a little harsh on myself. I've been like that, but shit. What was it like how, I guess like for me performing like that high up and was that much elevation and stuff isn't a big deal because I'm not rapping, but do you have to do different things to preserve your breath control and stuff like that when you're performing in Denver or whatever?
Yeah, yes, it's always crazy, man. So like that's that's another reason maybe I feel like if I can't go all out, I feel like I didn't give a best show, but I have to like pull back a little bit in order to be heard.
Yeah, I feel like I didn't really expect your set to be that high energy. I was impressed by that personally.
Oh, that's good because I was pulling back, so that's good. So when we
Really? Were you pulling back because of the altitude or just
yeah,
because of the moment?
I gotta pull back because of the altitude. I was like, all right, and that already makes me self conscious because I'm like I know I'm not giving 100% and it's not coming off right. Like
Yeah.
I just it's kind of like sex. You gotta pace yourself when you're performing at high altitude. Like you can't.
So it's about the marathon, not the
Yeah,
sprint.
yeah, performing at then. Yeah, oxygen tanks are sometimes necessary. You're right. Obey's in the house.
Hey, what up, Obey? Yo, speaking of oxygen tanks, the first time that I ever went and did like a couple shows in the mountains, it was with the Floozies. It was shout outs to the Floozies. They're this really dope funk duo, drummer, guitarist, and shout out to Matt and Mark. But they took me on like maybe like 5 dates through the mountains, and I remember just I got like sick the third day, and it was the only time I'd ever performed a set when I had like a bucket under me, in case I like had to throw up or something like that. But it was bad, man. And that I had one of those little you know how you can go and like pay like $12 for those little like compressed oxygens. I had one of those like next to my bed all night, bro. I went straight from that set, like opened up set, right back
So
to
it was all
the bed, and just I was out, man. I think my friend, if I'm not mistaken, my friend Sarah that night brought me like a tincture or something that she had made that made me feel really good. And I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure that was Sarah. And I want to say thanks, Sarah, if that's my memory serves correct. But yo, yeah, the compressed air, the compressed oxygen, I don't know, man. I hope that never happens to me again, to be honest. That sucks.
But now you're in Colorado so much.
Yeah, shout out to Colorado, man. I get to go back like a lot. It's really fun out there. It's like my second home almost. I spent some time. I lived out there for a little bit in 2017. We got some news for Colorado coming in like a week or so. So y'all sit tight.
When are we gonna get to perform together?
Hey man, we're hopefully, man. Shit. I'm ready. We're gonna figure it out as far as I'm concerned. Hopefully the people in charge of that shit figures that out.
Yeah,
Because
whoever.
that would be fun, man. I think we could do something real cool.
Yeah, thank you, Dominique, for buying a badge. Daily Shred. Oh shit, Daily Shred. Do you snowboard?
Me?
Yeah.
Man, I actually used to snowboard quite a bit. I say quite a bit for someone from Atlanta. Like I would go out there once a year, on a vacation. I was fortunate enough and privileged enough. Like my mother worked for Delta Airlines, and so we would do like the buddy pass thing and get out there. And so me, my brother, my sister, I learned to snowboard when I was like maybe like 12 or 13. So I can't really go at it. I'm not like I can't really stunt or nothing crazy. I can hit some little rails and kickers, do like method grabs and indies and mute grabs and things like that. But I can get out there and have fun. I enjoy it. I grew up on a lake, and I actually grew up water skiing. That was like my thing, my dad's thing. So
That's dope. Yeah, we talked about that.
yeah. I've told a couple people, man, like the first time we got in the studio, how we had all these big plans to do like like 2 songs a night or 2 songs, 2 songs a day for like 3 days. And then the first night we just got up and we just kind of got to know each other and just talked for like 4 hours about like comics and records and shit. And that was probably one of my favorite moments of recording, is just chilling, you know what I mean? And like getting to know, like putting like blanks in with your past and stuff like that. Like I never knew you lived in Tucson and ran a record store and fucking was like a damn near Wikipedia for the Hells Angels, bro. You got knowledge on the Hells Angels. I didn't know it. You taught me a lot, man. That was really cool. I'm actually going to go out to Arizona this weekend with my girlfriend, and we're going to drive up to like Horseshoe Bend and stuff. We rented this like Shelby GT 500. So yeah, it's one of the only places you can rent one. So kind of excited about that.
Are thing?
What up?
Are cars your thing?
Man, they're not like, they never really were. They're my dad's thing, really. Like, he's a big classic car collector. And so I was always around cars like growing up, but I never really had the means myself to participate in that whole culture, you know. I always drove sort of like a beat up grandma Lexus. And then I guess here recently I had the opportunity to like my Lexus crapped out, and I had the opportunity to come up and invest in like what I consider my first like real car that like enables me to participate in that sort of car culture with my dad. And so yeah, I've kind of been getting more into it, and it's been becoming more of a passion of mine as I like get into it, you know. So I would say like yes and no. You know, I kind of feel like a poser sometimes, but I'm getting into it. Like you know what I mean? Like I really I've had fun with it, and it makes me feel like it's kind of closer to my dad too. So it's kind of tight. But did you ever play any of those like socially distanced shows during the pandemic or
Oh yeah,
anything like that?
yeah.
You did? Yeah, they did one of those things down at the Atlanta Motor Speedway.